Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Steve Harvey, get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. I got a radio show. Just trying to give God some back. Just some back of what he done gave me. Just a portion, I'm just trying, man, to show some type of gratitude for all his blessings. I'm just trying to, man, just get it right sometimes. You know what I mean? I mean, man, you just can't do what you want to do and just live wrong all the time, man. You got to, at one point in time, Steve, come on, man. Come on, man. You could do better. I know you can. And you know what I had to do? I had to stop saying, I'm going to try to do better. And I just had to say, hey, man, I'm going to do better. Trying is just to put forth an effort, and then if it don't work, well, okay. But if you make up in your mind that I'm going to do something, then trying isn't enough. It's getting it done is the only thing that matters. See, it's the difference between doing and trying. We're going to try to win the game, or we're going to go out here to win the game. Now, trying to win the game means that you could lose. But when you got in your mind made up, most athletes will tell you that they go out there with the full intent and purpose of winning and winning only. See, they don't put the second place finisher on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Second place don't get you there. You got to win. And now take it out of the scope of athletics, but keep it in that type of analogy. In life, man, you want to win in life, don't you? I mean, at the end of the day, don't you want to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated of life? Don't you want to be recognized for your hard work? Don't you want, to be recognized in the bonus structure down at your job? Don't you want to have your plaque up on the wall down at your job? I mean, most people do. Some people could care less. Some people don't care about looking good or being their best. And that's cool, but I ain't talking to them, though. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to those of you who want to be the best you can be. People kill me when they get mad at people. And he brown nose and he all up on the employee of the month. Man, the dude doing his job to the best of his ability and he getting recognized for it. What that got to do with all that you talking about? Because you ain't up there. It's amazing, man, how people describe other people's success. He's so lucky. Lucky? Hey, man, don't they kind of get you a little bit when people call you lucky? Let me tell you what luck really is, y'all. Luck is when hard work bumps up into opportunity. Some people call that luck. But hold on. Let's think about this. If you wasn't working hard, an opportunity presented itself, what would you call that? But see, when you've been working hard An opportunity presents itself and it bumps up into each other. Now people want to call that luck. But hold up, here go the part, though, that they ain't paying no attention to. Yeah, that opportunity came by. But if you had not been working hard and the hard work had not ran up into opportunity, what would you have? No, sir. It's not luck. It's work. It is work. Because there's a scripture that says faith without works is dead. But my mama was a Sunday school teacher. She taught me enough, though. Now, I know the difference between right and wrong just like you do. You ain't got to, it kills me when people write a strawberry letter. Am I wrong for this? Good and well, listen, read your letter. Are you wrong for this? You wrong, but you don't need us to be telling, but I'm going to do this anyway. Well, see, go ahead, though. Do what you want to do. But you know what, y'all? Here's the best advice I can give you. And this is what I really came to talk about this morning, but I got sidetracked because I listened. Get out of your own way. So many of us are blocking our own blessings. We just in our own way. We are in our own way. And one of the most dangerous ways you can get in your way is to do it your way, to get it figured your way, and to lock in on your way, and this the way it's got to go. Do you know how many people are blocking their blessing? Do you know how long I blocked mine with that mindset right there? Look, cause this the way you do it, you think that make it the right way? You think just because you done thought on it long and hard, and that's what you really want, do you really think that your way is the right way? Or could there be a better way? See, until I started listening to God and started paying attention to his way, man, I was spinning my wheels, man. I was out here so determined this is how I was going to do it. But, I had to learn how to get out of my own way, because just because I could do it my way didn't mean it was the right way. I had to get out of my own way. Just get out your way, man. Now, what does that mean? That means, see, set your goals. That means have your dreams. I'm saying set your goals, man. I ain't saying don't set goals. Listen to me. Set your goals. What is it you want to happen? What is it you'd like to have? What is it you'd like to be? What do you aspire to? Set your goals and set your dreams. Now, take your goals and your dreams to God and ask God to show you how. Man, you can save yourself a lot of pain. Listen to somebody who did it his way for so long. And when I finally got out of my way, out of my own way, when you've heard old people say, let go and let God. You've heard them say that. I didn't get it, but I got it now. Let go and let God. And it's an amazing little saying, though. Now, you may not get it now. It took me a bunch of years to get it, too. But when I took my goals and my dreams and my vision to God, and I said, God, this is what I hope for. This is what I aspire to. This is what I want to be. This is where I would love to get to. Then I said, help me. Show me how. Point me in the right direction. Let me follow your footsteps. Guide me. And give me a spirit of discernment. Show me who wrong. Because I meet people every day ain't up to no good with me. Every single day. Oh, man, I can't believe I run up into you, man. The Lord told me something was going to happen to me today. Well, see, I talk to him every day. He did not mention you to me. He ain't said nothing to me. He didn't tell me what was going to happen in mine. Now, that don't mean it can't happen, because I'm open to it. So really, man, and please know I'm listening as well as I've ever listened before. But get yourself together, though. See, know your goals and your dreams, and then let God show you how to do it. He'll do it. It's so important, everybody, that you get focused, that you aim for something, that you dream of something, that you aspire to something. But it's the best thing you can do after you do all that. Man, get God involved in it, man. Talk to him. I mean, why would you not? What you got to lose? You ain't got to go down there and make no big scene and run laps around the church and run up there and throw yourself on the altar and scream and flip over and throw money in the air. You ain't got to do that. This you and God, man. This you and God. You got to serve and praise him the way you do it. You got to let nobody else tell you how it's done. It's a personal relationship. People kill me if you don't do it this way, if you don't come here to this church and you don't run around in this circle and you don't get flipped in the air and you don't, hey, man, you better go have a relationship with God, see what that's about. You understand? Don't nobody throw you off with all that, all right? All right, y'all. Talk to him. He'd love to hear from you today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I think that we ought to just go and get it started. You've been waiting. You done woke up. You're driving home. Or you're doing some things that done lasted all night long. Ain't none of that my business. The fact of the matter is, you are here to bear witness to the greatest morning show on planet Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Let's go, Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning, Steve. Thank you.
Welcome back here now. Carla Farrell got some power down there in Houston.
Back in the building. What's happening?
King of Prank, nephew Tommy, he still got some power because he got rich-ass friend. Come on.
I'm in the building. Top of the morning. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
What's
How are
happening?
you, Steve?
Well, I'm good. Trying to get my program, get myself together, get healthy this year, try to inspire the 50 and up group. Gonna come on, let's stay with it. Got a group of guys that I'm on a text feed with that we went to school together. We decided to challenge each other. A couple old head, OGs.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Just trying to be some, some MAGs, some MAGs.
What's
Trying to
mag?
go from
Mag.
OG to middle-aged gangsters.
Oh,
That's too close to MAGA. That was too close to
Yeah,
MAGA.
Nah, it
Yeah,
ain't
find
close to
some
MAGA.
old in
Mag wheels ain't got nothing to do with no damn MAGA. MAG, middle-aged gangsters. Bunch of OGs trying to turn back the clock and be some middle-aged gangsters. And let me tell you something. It's hard.
it's hard to be a middle-aged guy.
Yeah, it's hard to be a middle-aged gangster once you're 60-something.
But you're working on it, though.
Yeah. I did Bikram Yoga for the first time.
Okay.
What is that? What is that?
It's 26 dedicated poses in 104 degrees.
Yeah, that's that hot.
You cooking
How'd you
yourself.
do?
How'd you do? Yeah.
I finished.
But,
How I did.
We didn't say, did you finish? There's a difference.
Oh,
You
you
do
asked
all
me
the
how I do.
poses?
Well,
With the
hell
poses
no.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
I saw all the poses.
What was
How
your
many
most
did you get
difficult
in?
One?
The first one,
The
That
first
was
one
hard.
when you started?
yeah, when you stand up and put your hands over your head, I can do that.
All day. But
Then
you're
what?
sitting down,
Then
but
what was
that's
next?
But you got to make your
cool. You gotta do.
make your biceps touch your ears and then hold them straight. Straighten your elbows out. Oh, don't worry about it. That's all you're gonna be able to do. All the rest of it, you dog.
Oh, that felt good.
No, I was sitting there
Did you
looking
sweat
at
it
them
out,
people.
though?
Oh God Almighty,
You got a
buckets.
puddle?
But I'm telling you, man, I felt really good. I'm gonna go back again
Oh, you are?
tomorrow. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. First of all, I couldn't do the poses. Couple of them I almost got, but that was all. Some of them was I just started laughing at the lady.
Well, congratulations, Steve. Keep up the good work. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll do some Ask the CLO Chief Love Officer right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we go. Time for the CLO Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building. Let's go. Marcus in Atlantic City says, recently my fiance lost a lot of weight, so she looks great, but she has a flat butt. Her sister had weight loss surgery and got a Brazilian butt lift, so my girl wants one too. Her sister was at our house, and my fiance encouraged me to look at her butt and feel it. I guess I got carried away and squeezed it a little too much. My fiance got mad and accused me of wanting to sleep with her sister. It's just a butt. And
Yes.
she told me to feel on it. But the butt was plushy soft, but I didn't want her. How can I fix this? I don't want her.
Well,
Grab that ass.
you could stop lying about that, Marcus.
What? He wants
Yeah,
it?
you wanted it. You know, all that grabbing and stuff. I
You
don't
was
believe
just
you
following
fell for that.
instructions.
Yeah, you followed the instructions, but it was out. But see, what happened, Marcus, was you probably didn't realize it, But when you did it, you bit your bottom lip. That's what got you in trouble. When you sucked in your bottom lip.
He made a noise? Oh, I would have knocked him
Yeah, he did. This is what he did right here. This is what he did.
He went through all that.
Yeah, that breathing, that's what cost him. That's all it is, Mark. I can't help you, dog. Shouldn't have
Nothing
did
like an ass your woman wants you to grab. Nothing better than that in the world.
Now, and when is that?
It's not often.
Shantae and Gary, we're moving on. Says, my mother and I have always had the worst relationship, and now that I'm older, I can't stand her. She's been on drugs for most of my life, and the embarrassment, the lies, and stealing from me has me bitter. She's been clean for 6 years, and I've helped her out whenever I can. She got saved, and she's the very best Christian ever. She quotes scripture all day and tells me I'm going to hell every 5 seconds. How can I be there for her and work on our relationship without cursing her out?
Well, you don't have to cuss out, but since she's the best Christian ever, why don't you remind her of a couple of things? There's some scriptures that if she's such a great and wants to quote some scriptures, about not judging,
Right.
He who is without sin cast the first stone,
Amen.
forgiveness, understanding,
Right.
how to, you don't guide people into light by blowing out what little candle they got. So now your mama done got it together. Now everybody else hellbound. Has she forgotten? But see, that's the problem with a lot of people who become Christians. Not all, but some. They get saved and all of a sudden they forget that they wasn't saved.
That they had a past, yeah.
Right. And other people do. And the only way to win people over and convert people as Christian is to just let your light shine.
They can see the Jesus in you.
Yeah, you ain't got to tell nobody you doing better. They can see it. You've been a junkie your whole damn life.
Her whole life.
Went
For
strong.
sure.
Now, you done went down to church for 6 years and all of a sudden you Jesus. Well, you're not.
She is Jesus.
That's what she talking like.
Oh, no.
Like she ain't got no sin, no problem telling her daughter she going to hell. Well, wasn't that where you was going a few years back?
Wow.
Yeah, her daughter's pretty upset about it, but don't curse
So
your
it's
mom
kind
out.
of tough. You don't have to cuss her out. Just
don't
show
do
her
that.
some scriptures since she want to be a Christian and recite stuff.
But don't say cast the first stone. She gonna think of that rock. You don't want to turn her. You know what I'm saying?
She'll
Don't
go
do that.
right back where she started from. All right.
A
Thank
mess.
you, CLO, for that one. Yeah. Patrice in Tennessee says, I'm a 32-year-old woman and I've had a very open sex life. I have a male best friend that's the same way, and we recently crossed the line and ended up being friends with benefits. We've had threesomes and done lots of kinky things. He loves to see other people satisfy me orally, but he won't do it. It's an issue for me because I do it and enjoy it. He wants to be in a relationship, but this is a deal breaker. Am I tripping over nothing?
Well, you don't know why he don't want to do it? You want me to tell you why he don't want to do it? Because of this wide open sex life you got. And maybe it's just been a little too open for him. Now, he done watched everybody with you, and he ain't finna go in behind nobody. That don't make no sense to you?
Oh,
Yeah.
It make a lot of
Think
sense to
like
me.
a man.
Wow. But
That's
see,
how a man would think,
I don't know how you think. Well, I'm sitting up here watching all this open activity you doing, threesomes and everything. Well, I ain't finna be foursome.
Okay.
you draw the line. That's where you draw.
Yeah. So now, I'm not doing that. So I
a
don't
lot
know
going
what you're
on.
tripping for. Well, get one of them other people to do it. How many is in this open
Well, they
relationship?
do it. They do it. That's the issue.
Well, he don't want to do it. He don't do that.
But she wants
Y'all
to
doing
do it.
everything else. You want everything from everybody. I think you're greedy.
She says it's a deal breaker for her if he doesn't do that.
Okay, well, what's she gonna do? Stop seeing him?
She says
Well,
it's a
just
deal
don't-
breaker. That's what that means. Yeah.
She's not gonna stop them threesomes. She's not gonna stop that.
Yeah, but Tommy, she got 15 people in her life, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Losing one ain't gonna hurt her. You can take 3 of them out, you still be good. Wide open. What woman writes in and go, I've been wide open 32 years.
A lot going on in that one.
Just
Yeah.
wide open. What? What you want? How you? Woo! How many is it? Bring them on in here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Move over.
All right, ladies.
Open the door. Open the windows. Here it is. Come on.
He said it is. She busy.
All right.
What you say your name is? All right now.
Thank you, CLO. Coming up next, Run That Prank Back with the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will be here with our national news. And in entertainment news, we'll tell you about Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. She feels a little different about the NBA All-Star Game being held in Atlanta. We'll tell you about it. And Rihanna is running a $1 billion, that's right, billion with a B dollar operation, okay?
What?
Right now, it is, yeah, we'll talk about it at the top, but right now the
Rihanna
nephew
got her
is here.
thing together.
Yes, she
Love
does.
her.
Yes. Right now the nephew is here to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
Repo man. We got to get that car. Let's go.
Hello?
I'm trying to reach a please.
This him?
How are you? My name is Robert. I'm with the collection agency. You do own a Sierra 2003 GMC truck, am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, we don't show that we've had any payments within the last, I guess, about 3, close to 4 months now. And we want to try and stop having to come in and repossess it. Maybe we give you a chance to bring your payment in, but we haven't had a payment from you in about 4 months, sir.
No, I just want to pay my truck note. I had changed from financial. I'm with the other bank. I don't remember with them no more. Yeah, I've been paying on time. They direct deposit from my account. I ain't worried about that.
Well, I'm with they've turned you over to us. I'm with collection agency, and we haven't gotten anything from. I don't show any paperwork here on the computer at all that we've had any payments made within the last 4 months. So that's why they.
No, I've been paying it. I don't know how they turned it over to y'all without my permission. They can't never turn my titles and my truck over to y'all and pay y'all. I don't even know y'all.
Well, I understand that, sir. What happens is if you haven't paid it in a certain amount of time, it actually comes over to the collection agency, and that's what they've done. They've actually sent it over to us. And they've given us pretty much all the information on you. I guess it's a goldish type of color Sierra 2003 GMC truck, from my understanding. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's my truck.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to need from you today, Jeremy, is for you to come in and make a payment to us this evening for 4 months, so we can so we don't have to come in and repossess your truck. And I don't want to have to do that, but if I have to send a wrecker out there to you, I have your address on file as well. I don't want to have to send anybody out to pick it up.
Hey, hold on, partner. Slow down. Y'all not coming to get my truck, and I'm not paying y'all for no 4 months. I've been paying my truck note on time every month. That's a done deal.
Sir, I don't want to get in a back and forth with you, but I'm telling you exactly how it's going to go. Now, I'll come out there and repossess it myself, but I'm telling you.
Look, partner. Slow down. Look, that's not even where we got to go with that. You don't need to be screaming and fussing and chaotic and come get it yourself and all that stuff. You ain't on my truck. That's gonna be that.
Wait, hang on. Let's back up, because I'm a man just like you, man. What do you mean it's gonna be that? What are you saying?
Huh?
What are you saying to me, son? I'm
telling you. Look, son. Look, I'm telling you that I pay my truck note, and that's a final. I don't know who you is.
Well, I've already stated to you before. I'm with agency, and let's get one thing straight. You don't tell me, I tell you. Now,
hey, dude, calm down. We're on the phone. It don't make no sense talking, over the phone and whatnot. You can come get the truck. My truck right here at work. I'm right here. You can come try to get my truck. You can come over here.
Sure, I'm already aware of where you work and the whole 9 yards. Now, I'm trying to be as cordial with you as I can. Now, you can.
You're not being cordial. You talking about coming get my truck when I told you I'd be paying my. So, you should have dropped down and be like, all right, I'm going to check with somebody else and make sure I'm right. And then call me back.
I'm telling you, you haven't paid anything. That's what I'm telling you. I've got it listed on the computer. You've been turned over to an agency, and you haven't done a thing.
Well, you stupid. You wasting your breath screaming and hollering over the phone like that, because that ain't going to do me or you no good. If you ain't getting no money from me, then you ain't coming my truck. Well, matter of fact, you could come on my truck. I'm going to be at my truck and I'm going to wait on you. What time you going to be there?
It doesn't make any difference, sir. You're going to get repossessed tonight. If I don't get 4 months payment, definitely. If I don't get 4 months payment brought into me, collection agency, your truck will be taken care of.
Hold on. Listen, man, hold on. If I get that with me, you kind of serious. Go on my truck. Hey, let's stop screaming at me over the phone, partner.
You quit cursing at me. That's what's wrong.
You, man. Man, you got me twisted. Look, my truck parked right outside. You can come over here and get it. I'll be sitting on there waiting for you.
Look, you know what? I'm at the point I don't give a about this job. I'm ready to come kick your That's what I'm ready to do. Call him back, Cat.
Hello?
I don't need a little scared hanging up the phone. You stand here like a man and you handle your problems.
Hey, hold on. I'm at work. I can't be dealing with that man. I gotta go back to work, bro. You stop calling my phone.
I'm at work, too, doing my job the same way you're doing yours.
Hey, well, make your money. Do your job. Come get the truck.
I got one more thing I want to say to you before you go. Are you listening?
Man, I'm listening. What you say, partner?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by
Out of here. No, you got all my teeth trembling in, man.
You all right, man?
No, I'm not all right. I'm on top of this roof, man. I'm talking to my coworker. I'm upset. Yeah, you got me about to jump on this roof trying to get to my truck.
She told me, man. She said, that boy loved that truck.
Yeah, that's my truck, man. I love my only transportation, man. That's to and for the work.
I hear you. Hey, man.
Oh, man, you got my nerves now. Yeah, you got me, bro. You got me pretty good.
Hey, I gotta ask you, man. Tell me, brother, what is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
Oh, no doubt. Steve Harvey Morning Show.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Repo Man.
Play too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Somebody
say that.
gotta do it. Somebody got to do it. You've been repoed before.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
anyone
happened.
who hasn't been, actually.
Okay.
Oh, well, I thought you got ready to say you don't know nobody who. Monica ain't never had a car repo. Mississippi
haven't,
Monica ain't never
Monica?
had no. Hell no.
Oh,
Tommy ain't never
I
had.
never
no,
had a car repo.
Tommy ain't never had a
Oh, I
repo.
have.
Carla ain't never had no car
I
repo.
have.
I never had no repo.
No, I ain't had no
I
repo.
thought you guys said you did before.
When I
No,
was
I ain't
little,
had-
my
no.
daddy had a repo, and he told me he got stolen. My mom said, "Who told you that?"
Hey man, they had a deal in Cleveland when I was about 24. They had a deal. You remember when mopeds was hot?
Yep.
Everybody had mopeds. They had a special deal. You can come down and get one, and they pay on it for 3 months. They had to come get that.
Oh.
Why? Fell
You
behind.
got a moped repo?
They
That's like
I
having
said,
a bike.
Well, let me
repoed
put it
or
to you this way. They tried to come get that. You think I can hide a car good? You know what I can do with a moped?
You got skills.
No. I hid the moped in my backyard for 3 weeks
How?
They
They
didn't
didn't
come to
see
your
it in
house?
the backyard?
under some bushes. I raked leaves one time and hid it.
Moped.
You know, it's a moped. One time I put in that big-ass garbage can and put the top on it. They didn't think to look in there.
What was the note on that, though?
It wasn't nothing. About $48, something like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They wasn't that much. They wasn't but $400-$500. They was giving away in Cleveland.
Oh,
Oh, man, come on. I couldn't afford that.
48.
crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Put that thing in that
Times are
garbage
tough.
can, put that lid on it, they walk right past it.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have entertainment news and our national news update with Miss Ann right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we have a very special guest. He knows you very well, Steve. Oh, and I think you know him, too. It's Keenan Thompson. Keenan Thompson is joining us. He's going to talk about his brand new NBC sitcom. It is called Keenan.
Yay,
Well,
love it.
Yeah, so
What?
congratulations.
Well, one of us has a career because of somebody else. Let's take a guess who that could be.
You know he loves you.
No, that's my dude, man.
Yeah.
That's my dude.
All love.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And switching gears, Rush Limbaugh, the conservative political talk show host, he did radio. He has died. Limbaugh announced that he had lung cancer back in 2018. He passed away from lung cancer on Wednesday. He was 70 years old.
Wow.
Steve? Okay. Tommy?
Tommy, hell, don't ask me nothing. He ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing either. Well, I'm with him. Yeah.
All right, then we're moving on. How about that?
Well, keep it moving then.
Yeah, shall we?
We'll talk about the NBA. How about that? Despite the pushback of some NBA players, we're moving on. The NBA All-Star Game will take place in Atlanta on Sunday, March 7th. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms has voiced her concerns about the event taking place in her city amid the COVID-19 pandemic that is still widespread around the country. Mayor Bottoms released a statement which clearly expressed her thoughts on the event. She says, under normal circumstances, we would be extremely grateful for the opportunity to host the NBA All-Star Game, but this is not a typical year. I have shared my concerns related to public health and safety with the NBA and Atlanta Hawks. We are in agreement that this is a made-for-TV event only, and people should not travel to Atlanta to party. And so what do you guys think?
She's right.
Yeah, she's
I agree with
absolutely
her
right.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
But in Atlanta, though, people are going to be out.
But first of
and
all, for the
especially
safety of the
Atlanta.
players, if you bring in players from all over the country to a place that's kind of open, I mean, all the players, LeBron has come out and said it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Look, the Pro Bowl was canceled this year. NFL Honors wasn't shot in front of a live audience. I did that in an empty-ass stadium. All the sports are catering around this thing. The NBA missed it on this one. They did an excellent job with the playoffs in the bubble, but I think they missed it on the All-Star game here. I don't think it's safe. And people traditionally flock to the cities for the festivities that go around it. It's just going to be a bunch of people in Atlanta for no reason. They're going to be throwing all-star parties.
Yeah,
And all those are super spreaders.
Yeah. And they usually have it President's Day weekend, Valentine. So you didn't even have it then, so just cancel it. Why are you having it? That's when
It don't make no
Usually
sense, man.
Hey, they had the Super Bowl, so,
Hey, the only way it would make sense if they would go back to Orlando and have the All-Star game in the bubble. Same way they had the playoffs.
But they're saying the Super Bowl wasn't like that. In a bowl.
Right.
Fans went to that game.
Well, but Super Bowl is outside.
True.
And you could spread their ass way out.
March 7th. It's too late to change it now,
If you put me in an arena and 6 people got COVID, I don't want in the arena.
All right, let's go, Steve. Time to check in with Miss Ann.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
And here we go. Good morning, everyone. This is Ann Tripp with the news. In the Midwest and Deep South, still in the thick of it weather-wise, overall millions remain out of power from Texas to Mississippi and from the Florida Panhandle to the Carolinas. The weather is now blamed for at least 26 deaths, including 3 people who died as a result of carbon monoxide poisoning. Authorities say one person was killed just outside Cleveland when a snowplow hit his vehicle. In Texas, snow and below freezing temperatures have millions of Texans out of power, and now also dealing with water shortages and boil water orders. In fact, Tyler City official Luann Campbell says it's come down to taking care of yourself and your neighbors if you can.
If you have water and somebody else has power, share those resources.
Because they need them. Further up the map, Chicago dealing with near-record amounts of snow with sub-zero temperatures causing burst heating at pipes and water pipes, even some collapsed roofs. There have been 9 straight days of snow. They're still trying to shovel it out, tying the record in the Windy City with 18 inches of the white stuff having fallen since Sunday. That's right. The weather is the big story, and everybody's still in the thick of it. The NAACP has filed a federal lawsuit against Donald Trump for allegedly conspiring with his lawyer and white extremist groups to try and prevent the U.S. Senate from certifying the results of the presidential election that he lost. And the legendary civil rights organization is suing under a provision of the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871. Basically, that prohibits violence or intimidation meant to prevent the Congress or any other federal officials from carrying out their constitutional duties. The case also names Rudy Giuliani and racist groups like the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys, which have members charged with taking part in January's attempted Capitol Hill siege. Longtime right-wing radio talk show host Rush Limbaugh died yesterday after losing a long battle against lung cancer. Limbaugh was an unabashed conservative who combined right-wing politics with entertainment. In fact, he spoke for a lot of extremists who were horrified by the election of the nation's first black president.
I disagree fervently with the people on our side of the aisle who say, I hope he succeeds. We've got to give him a chance. I don't want this to work. I hope he fails.
Well, Barack Obama, of course, didn't fail. He was reelected in 2012 by an even bigger margin. Rush Limbaugh was 70 years old. President Trump credits Limbaugh with getting him elected. And finally, sad news, legendary Detroit TV anchor Karen Hudson Samuels has died. Karen Samuels, a pioneer in giving black Motor City residents a voice in local media. She helped establish a museum that details the legacy of the first TV station owned and operated in this country by African Americans, WGPR TV 62. Karen Samuels was 68 years old. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, everybody, as promised, we got a special guest this morning. This brother that made history as the longest-running cast member on Saturday Night Live. He been on SNL since 2003. Woo!
Wow.
And that's amazing. During that time, he's made a lot of fun making fun of me on little Family Feud skits and everything.
And he's good at it.
He's great at it.
I always said when I saw him I was going to whip his ass when I was going to jump on him, but I love him, and we've been friends so long, and he was so good at it. I figured, hell, he's keeping me relevant, so I let that slide. But get a load of this, man. He's got an all-new show on NBC.
Right.
It's a sitcom. It's appropriately named. It's called Keenan. We're going to find out about the show. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most talented brothers in the business today. Please welcome our friend Keenan Thompson.
Keenan!
Oh, man.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Legendary,
very
baby.
much.
Yeah.
What's good with y'all? What is good with y'all? Thank you for the intro, my brother.
Hey, man, look, bro, when you've been doing it this long, Saturday Night Live, cast member that long, that's some legendary status there, boy.
And he's still a baby.
Man, praise God. You know, God is good. Yeah, I mean, I've been very blessed to be able to stick to it this long, and still be able to kind of pull double duty while I'm shooting my show at the same time. Like, I feel like you told me a long time ago, get every check they offer you. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Chicks.
You ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, now it just aired on NBC. It's called
Did y'all
Keenan.
see?
You're a single dad, the host of a morning TV show called Wake Up with Keenan. Wonder where you got that from. Look, man, eventually I'm going to have to get a check out of this. Tell us more about, damn. Tell us more about it, man.
Morning show. It's the number 2 morning show in Atlanta, and I'm the host of that. But I'm just balancing my life basically after going through a tragedy of losing my wife, and I still have my 2 girls to raise. So my father-in-law kind of came down to help me out in the beginning, and he just ended up never leaving. And that's played by Don Johnson. And Don is great.
That's my question, boy. How was that?
Yes. It's incredible, man. Don is, he's an actor's actor, so he's still a regular dude. He just wants to talk about, being professional and, like, telling me stories about the good old 80s in Miami. Man, he got endless good stories. Yeah, he's playing my father-in-law, not really helping like he thinks he is. He's kind of just in my way. And then Chris Redd, Chicago's own Chris Redd is playing my brother, my good brother actually in real life from SNL. So he's playing my brother/manager. And between the 2 of them knuckleheads, they basically are just giving me all the headaches in the world. But, it's also the love that those 2 little girls need to be raised around and stuff like that. And then balancing that work-life relationship, basically.
Hey, man, hold that thought right there, because we want to hear more about this. We got Keenan Thompson, everybody. We'll be back, hear more about the new show on NBC called Keenan. We'll be right back.
Yes, indeed.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, y'all. We're back with Keenan Thompson. He's got a new show on NBC called Keenan, and we were just talking about it. Keenan has a morning show TV called a morning show. Excuse me, I'm sorry. He's the host of a morning TV show called Wake Up with Keenan.
That's right.
And he's got 2 daughters. His wife passed. He's dealing with that. And he asked his father-in-law, Rick, who is played by Don Johnson, to move in and help. And so, an older man with 2 daughters ain't really no help.
Yeah, I was about
funny,
to clarify. I asked him to come by and help for a little bit. I ain't asked him to move in. He just ended up moving in.
Right. Now, hey, Keenan, let me ask you this, man, because on a lot of shows, you know, the children often think they're smarter than the parents. But in Keenan, your daughters are really helping you hold things together on this show.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a showcase of, like, children being a lot smarter than you give them credit for sure, especially when they get to their age. And I just love my daughters on the show. They real sisters, you know. They from Atlanta. They're a year apart.
Oh.
And they just couldn't be sweeter, you know. And I've watched them mature very, very rapidly. They remind me of me and Kel when we was running around underneath you and Said back in the day getting on y'all nerves.
I love
that
Keenan
was
and
interesting
Kel.
because that's how I met Keenan. It was Keenan and Kel. And they came on our show, on the Steve Harvey show.
Yeah.
And man.
And cut loose.
Boy, the moments we had was off camera. Hey, man, what the hell y'all doing? This is how we do it. Man, y'all's ass is too much, man.
Yeah, I remember I stopped you from pulling out the parking lot like the first night and made you roll down the window like, hey, man, what you listening to, some Dr. Dre or something? He was like, little boy, back up off my car. I don't listen to no damn rap music. Oh, man. We were just so eager and excited to be in the mix, man. But we learned so much from y'all, man, and I'm definitely putting it to use right now. So I can't thank you enough, bro.
Oh,
hey, Keenan, what's the transition like, man, from going from Saturday Night Live to the sitcom? What is it a big difference?
Yeah, it's a huge difference, man. It's just two different approaches. Like the sitcom is, you know, I come in and I got to be ready to give and deliver all day, every day, basically. Saturday night, I just save it up, you know, for 11:30 on Saturday. But, you know, we work hard up until that moment, but it's a little more chill throughout the week. Like the sitcom is like every day you coming in, they spending money, so there's no time to waste.
Yeah, and you're the star of the show, so it's not a lot of scenes that you're not gonna be in.
Exactly. I'm in 99.99% of things, but you know they squeeze me out of some things, let me come in later or something like that, you know. But I ain't necessarily had a whole day off that everybody else hasn't had off. So it is what it is. I can't be mad. It's all blessings.
No. I mean, congratulations, man. I mean, that's, you know, to be in the business this long as you have and to still be working and still be relevant, that's a real testament to your talent, man, because you just can't stay in this game without the talent, you know, and the willingness to change, man. And you're super talented. You're a legend on Saturday Night Live. You've done so many shows. You got the new show. It airs, everybody, Tuesday night, so don't miss it. This coming Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, only on NBC. Is called Keenan. Keenan Thompson, go on and make that money, player.
Well, wait a minute, Steve.
Thank you, man.
Before we leave, let's let Keenan tell them when the show is gonna air in the Steve Harvey impression. In the Steve Harvey. Let's do it that way. Let's do it that way.
Can I ask that permission? Is that all right?
Yes, you can, sir. Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. All right, just so y'all know, my show, Keenan, my good friend's show, is coming on Tuesday at 8:30, only on NBC. It's sometimes on Peacock, but mainly on NBC. So check them out, player. That's what I'm talking about.
Nailed it.
There you go, Keenan.
Hey, Keenan, this time I'm going to let you go. I'm kicking Tommy's ass after this. Hey, congratulations, man. I love you, boy.
Man. Thank you, man. Love you too, my brother. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Much love, Keenan.
For sure.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject is my brother's mistress is my girlfriend.
Jesus.
We'll get into that a little later.
I can't wait to get to this letter.
Marinate on that. But right now, it's time for the nephew in today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Let's do a little shoplifting before we get to that letter. Just a little bit of shoplifting, okay? Yeah. Some shoplifting. That's right. That's the title. Let's go, Cat Dog.
Hello?
Yes, I'm trying to reach a Tanya, please.
This is she.
Hi, Tanya. My name is Daniel. I'm the head of store security here at your job.
Yes.
Listen, I'm trying to see. I'm gonna have to. I know today's your day off. I'm looking at the schedule here. It seems that you don't come back in until Saturday. I'm trying to see if it's possible I can get you to come to the store. There's a bit of a situation I want to discuss with you. There's about $1,800 worth of merchandise missing from the store.
What?
Yeah, it's about $1,800 worth of merchandise, and we definitely know that this is a in-house situation. This is not someone walking in shoplifting. This is definitely an in-house situation with employees who have evidently been shoplifting from the store, taking things, and we want to get down to the roots of the problem.
Okay, so what you calling me for?
Well, ma'am, it's been brought to my attention that there's a possibility that you may be part of this situation.
Part of the situation? I ain't no thief. I don't steal. You don't call my house accusing me of stealing. I ain't stole nothing from nobody.
Okay, well, hang on, ma'am. What I'm trying to do is just trying to...
Hang on, my... You trying to say I done stole something, and I ain't stole the thing.
Okay, wait just a second. Now, do you have a sister named Cynthia?
Yeah, what about her?
Well, now, it seems that here on some of the footage that we have on camera, that it's a possibility that it seems like your sister's actually wearing some of the merchandise that we sell here in the store. And
okay, just because she wears something that we sell in the store don't mean that I stole it.
Well, we don't see where she's at. I've backed the footage up as far as I could. I don't see any footage of where she purchased this particular merchandise. And my assumption is maybe you gave it to her.
I ain't gave her and just because you don't see where somebody purchased it don't mean that it's been stolen.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to just get to the chase of this, Tanya. What I'm going to have to do is this. If I can't get you to come to the store, ma'am, and matter of fact, here's another question for you before I go any further. You have children at all, Tanya?
Yeah, I got children. Why?
Is it possible, because I'm missing a lot of baby merchandise as well. And
you know what? You really cruising for this morning, okay? Because you don't call somebody on their off day accusing them of stealing.
Okay, here's what I got to do. Are you coming into the office so I can talk with you?
I'm not coming nowhere on my off day.
Well, then what's going to happen, Miss Tanya, is I'm going to have to actually come to your home, check your closet. I'm going to have to check your kids and see if they're
do what?
Check and see if they're wearing merchandise that comes from this.
Come to my house if you want to, and they gonna take your ass up out of here in a body bag.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said. You heard what I said. You don't call nobody. I bust my ass at that store. I bust my ass at that store. You understand me? I work hard for y'all, okay?
You've been busting. You've been busting.
You call here accusing me of stealing. I ain't stole from nobody. I don't have to steal. That's why I work all day. You understand me?
I think you've been busting your butt, taking stuff is what you've been doing. You've been
took from nobody. You understand me? I do not steal.
I'm gonna come over there. I'm checking your closets.
Things, but it ain't no thief. You understand?
And I'm checking your babies as well. And I'm making.
You check my babies and see what happens. You put your hands on any damn thing in here and see what happens. Okay?
I don't want to have to drag your butt.
Over here. You gonna drag somebody? Oh, now you threatening me?
I don't want to drag you out of your house.
Security guard. You a tough security guard. You like your job that much? You willing to die for that? Huh?
Who said anything about me dying?
I did. Come over here, and that's what's gonna happen. That's what happens. When you with people on their off day, you get hurt, okay? I get a couple of damn days off, and y'all gonna call me with this
So are you threatening me now?
I'm threatening you. Didn't you just call and say you was coming over here?
Yes, I did.
Bring your over here. Bring your Bring your security guard.
I'm on my Don't look. Let me tell you something.
Okay?
I can have you brought up on charges. You know that?
Bring me up on charges and see what happens.
That's
Bring
it.
me up on charges. See if you get that far.
I'm on my way over there now to check you and your kids. You understand me?
Come over here to check me and my kids and see how they check your up out of here.
Let me tell you something.
You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got nothing to tell me. You ain't got nothing else to tell me, okay?
Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you took? Maybe I'll go light on you. I'll go light on you.
You think I'm stupid or something? You sound like a damn fool. Why don't you tell me what you took? I ain't took.
I bet you're teaching your little kids over there how to steal too, aren't you?
What? What you teach your little ugly kids?
Hey. Now you will not.
Hey, don't call me with this bull on my off day.
Let me tell you one more. Are you listening to me? I got one more thing to say to you.
You ain't got nothing else to say to me.
Are you listening?
What?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked from your sister Cynthia.
Okay. So you and that broad want to play games, okay? Y'all want to play, right? Y'all got jokes. I got a joke for both of y'all, okay? I'm around here taking care of her and all her little ugly kids, and she gonna play with me and my off day? All right.
Tanya, she told me, she said, that Tommy be pranking people. You can't nobody get me with that old crazy stuff. How come them people don't know somebody calling and tripping with this? She told me you thought you couldn't be God.
That's all right. Y'all got me. It's all good. It's all good. Well, I love you. I love you, Nephew Tommy. I got something for black.
All right, let me ask you one more thing. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, man.
Give it to me.
Hey, Tommy, you know what I hear a lot of on your tapes? When you be pranking the people, the dude that work the board for you, that controls the phone calls, Cat, he be in the background hollering like that.
Yes. Cat be tickled.
Cat be back there hollering, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, she was adamant about one thing. I don't steal.
Yes, right. That's why I work.
I don't steal. Yeah. You ain't finna check that. I don't steal.
But you cruising for a blanket whooping.
Go on, tell me what you did. Just tell me what you did. I'll go light on you.
Is you a fool?
Right.
You think, what tick I want you gonna tell me what you took? Boy, she was so mad at you. Like, you gonna talk to me like I'm stupid. Why don't you just go and tell me? Hey, Tommy, that was slick ass level. Why don't you just go and tell me what you took? I'll go light on you.
Mm-hmm. Not the confession.
I bet you're teaching your kids to steal, aren't you?
Baby.
What is you teaching them ugly ass kids of yours? Hey, Tommy, she stung your ass with that one.
Oh, man.
She stung you with that one.
She was ignorant, boy.
Love her.
She really was. She was
Wait
good.
till I see my sister Blackhead. I got something for her.
She's babysitting her ugly butt kids.
I love it.
Good one. You
Like,
and Steve should reenact it real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna bring one of your kids out here to the store or something. I don't know. I could have went a little further.
Come on, Steve.
Well, who you want me to be in the reenactment?
You be the lady.
All right, go ahead. All right, I'm ready.
We may have to bring your kids down here and all their clothes in there.
Wait. You gonna bring whose kids where?
Your kids. We're gonna bring your kids to the store.
Oh, wait, you talking about Rollo, Spanky, Lisa?
If those are your kids, man.
You come up here and get one of RLN and see what happened to your ass.
We got to go, guys. Thank you. My boyfriend's mistress is my girlfriend. That's the subject of the Strawberry Letter. Back after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
This month, we salute all Black everything. We recognize the culture that sets trends, creates the moments, and moves the world. This Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, check out Living Black, featuring performances by Roddy Ricch, 21 Savage, Janae Aiko, and Kirk Franklin. Watch this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Go to steveharveyfm.com, Living Black, for more information. steveharveyfm.com/Living Black for more information.
Living Black.
Check it out. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good, huh?
Yeah. Nice.
All right, it's time now as we switch gears for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com. All right, we could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Let's go. Buckle up and hold up tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right, thank you, nephew. We've been waiting for this one. Subject, my brother's mistress is my girlfriend. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 42-year-old single man, and I have a good job and my own place. My brother is a married man with 3 children and many mistresses. He always brings his mistresses to gatherings with the boys, and I told him that's probably not a good idea because most of them are bad, and the boys try to holler at them. I talked to him many times about the cheating because he's always using me as his alibi. 2 months ago, I was out with my brother, and one of his mistresses was there. She was 6 feet tall, with an all-natural looking big booty, flat stomach, juicy chest, and pearly white teeth. She didn't have on makeup or lashes, and it was like love at first sight for me. I spent the whole night getting to know her, and my brother didn't seem to care. After a few drinks, she asked me if my brother is married. I told her the truth. She confessed about spending a weekend with him out of town and said she's only dealing with him because he's paying for some car repairs for her. I got her number, and we went to dinner, and she came back to my place, but nothing happened. We've been inseparable for the past month, and whenever my brother calls her, she rushes him off the phone. I asked her why she's still dealing with him, and she said it's just until her car is fixed. I offered to give her half the money, but she declined it and said it's the least he can do. I'm confused as to why she still talks to him and she's willing to take his money. If something's going on, she needs to be honest. My brother will find out in due time, but I need to be sure she's not playing both of us. What do you think is really going on with this woman? Well, I do think she's playing both of you. I mean, why not? Your brother, because, I'm sure the sex is good and the excitement of it all. I don't think the money is that big of a factor because it can't be. I mean, he's just paying for her car repairs. It's not like it's a brand new car or anything. And really, how long does it take to get your car repaired? Seems like her car has been repaired for a long time here. All right. And as far as you go, she knows you like her. She knew you liked her from the first moment you guys met. And she knows she can have you too. So why not? I mean, I think it's double standard with men and women. Of course, I know that. But don't judge her too harshly because you're wrong too. You're wrong. You're going behind your brother's back and seeing his side piece. Come on now. I know you said your brother's married and didn't mind that you talked to her all night when you first met her. But most men are very territorial. And I just can't see him being happy when he finds out about you getting with his mistress. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I know you said he has a lot of mistresses and all of that, but if he finds out you're with her, this can't end up pretty. So you need to figure that part out. And here's a question. Is she worth this 6 feet tall, big booty, flat stomach, pearly white teeth woman? Is she worth causing problems in you and your brother's relationship? I say no. Yeah. I mean, I say no. I say no. There are too many beautiful women in the world. Go get one of them. Leave your brother's mistress alone. Steve?
Wow. Shirley, that's not the answer I have. It's a lot in this letter. You're right on several levels here. But not being a man, I understand. But I'm going to look at this from another angle. Because the blame lies in a few places.
Yeah, okay.
So let's start there. My boyfriend's mistress is my girlfriend. Now, here's the problem with that statement. If your brother's mistress is your girlfriend,
right?
Then let me start right here. I'm a 42-year-old single man, okay? Got a good job in your own place. Why you single? Throwing me a little bit, but okay, you all that. You ain't got no business being. My brother is a married man with 3 children and many mistresses. This is the key to this whole thing, Shirley.
I get it.
Many mistresses. And he brings them to all the gatherings with y'all boys. You told him it probably ain't a good idea.
Not because he's cheating.
Because most of them is bad. I'm talking about these some fine girls. And your boys try to holler at him. Now, you done talk to him about the cheating. because he keep using you as an alibi. Then 2 months ago, you was out with your brother and one of his mistresses was there. Y'all old. Y'all go out a lot. Y'all need to stay your ass home for starters. 40-some years old, always out. She's 6 feet tall, all natural booty, flat stomach, juicy chest, pearly white teeth. Okay, I got you. I know. That's love at first sight for most people.
Yeah, she fine, though.
Thank you. Got it. So when we come back, I'm going to tell you what got you. And then I'm going to tell you a few other things.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. My brother's mistress is my girlfriend is the subject. Back after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. We love this subject. My brother's mistress is my girlfriend. Let's go.
All right. We got this 42-year-old man that's single. He got a brother that's married with 3 kids, and he got a lot of mistresses, which is going to be the key to this whole thing. And he always brings his mistresses to the gathering with the boys. See, he's an exhibitionist. He like everybody know he still got it, showing out. You ain't really supposed to do that at all, but, you know, he want to show he still got it. He swinging with the fellas. He know they be gawking at him and everything because the chicks he bringing around is bad. You told him it ain't a good idea because the boys try to holler at him, and you done talk to him about the cheating because he always used as an alibi. All right, so one night you go out with your brother, and one of his side pieces was there, one of his many mistresses. But this one caught your eye. She had an all-natural big booty, 6 feet tall, flat stomach, juicy chest, pearly white teeth. She ain't have on no makeup or lashes, and for you, it was love at first sight. Okay, I got you. That you, Jessica Rabbit, was at the damn party, and you saw her. I got you. All right, I spent the whole night getting to know her, and my brother didn't seem to care. Well, that's because your brother was out trying to get a few more mistresses. That's what he went out for. Yeah, he wasn't exactly counting on her to be there. So if he didn't care that you was talking to her, he making moves. He moving around the club. That's what he do. Now, after a few drinks, she asked you if your brother was married. What? She asked you, was your brother married? You told her the truth. She already knew this, dog. Because number one, why ain't she get upset? What? He's married. Wasn't none of that. All she did was confirm it with you. Wasn't no get upset. She confessed after spending the week. Now, why would she tell you this part? You know, if she found out your brother was married and didn't get upset, then she told you, she confessed about spending the weekend with him out of town, and she said she only dealing with him because he's paying for some car repairs for her. So then you got a number, and y'all went to dinner, and she came back to my place, nothing happened. We've been inseparable for the past month, and whenever my brother calls, she rush him off the phone. I asked her why she's still dealing with him, and she said it's just until her car is fixed.
What kind of car is this?
Now, Shirley asked the question, why is it taking so damn long to get this damn car fixed? Right. And I figured it out, Shirley.
Oh, really? Why?
It's because she got 4-5 cars.
Oh, wow. She's got a lot of cars.
Yeah, she need all of them fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows it's time for tune-ups, you know. She been a mistress before. That's how she got all them cars.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so she got several cars, and he got to get fixed all of them. This week was tune-up for other one. One of them got to get in for a service check. Next week, then she got to get the other one in, oil change, you know. Then the other one got to get their tires rotated. Right. It's going to take a month to get all these cars fixed. Plus, he got to work this money out because he got to piecemeal her the money because he got 3 kids back in the house. He ain't rich.
So she got a fleet.
Yeah, she got a fleet. So now, and so I offered to give her half the money, but she declined and said it's the least he can do. Well, if a man is still paying, the only reason a married man is still paying is because he's still playing.
Yes.
So now you and your girl that's been inseparable is still dealing with him. You don't just get the money off of, hey, how you doing? No. So she still dealing with your brother. But when you over there, she rush him off the phone. I'm confused as to why she still talks and is willing to take his money. Because she got to keep servicing him to get the money.
Right.
Bro, what's wrong with you? Same reason you offered to pay half. You willing to pay half? Why? Because the natural booty and the juicy chest and the pearly white flat stomach 6 feet tall got you digging in your pockets.
No makeup, no lashes.
I don't give a damn. And if she put that makeup and lashes on, woo-hoo-hoo, what we dealing with here? So now,
she's the player. Okay, that's what I think. Go ahead.
Why she wouldn't take it? If something going on, she needs honest. Honest? Dog, what are you asking for? This chick has no morals. She's dating a married man that she knows is married. You confirmed it. She didn't get upset. She's still talking to the married man because of money. And now she talking to you because you done offered money. She needs to be honest. Are you stupid? Or you just whipped?
To be straight with it, dog. He wanted Cheetah to be straight with it.
Right. What you want, player? My brother will find out in due time. Okay, but I need to be sure she's not playing both of us.
She is.
Both or one of y'all. Boy, that don't make you no damn difference. Y'all been inseparable, and you know that, man. And she got 2 suckers on the hook, and it's you and your brother. Yeah. Now, if you think she finna be true to you, go ahead, take a shot. But as long as your brother's fixing them cars.
All right, listen, thank you. Leave your comments on today's letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM. Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up in 10 minutes, our girl from the talk, Sheryl Underwood, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's introduce our girl from the talk,
Sheryl Underwood.
Thank you, Steve Harvey.
Hey, Sheryl.
Ooh, Shirley Strawberries.
What's going on, Sheryl?
Carla Farrell's.
Yes, Sheryl. What's happening?
Thomas.
What's up, baby girl?
Steve Harvey's and the Steve Harvey Nation. Let me tell you why Junior ain't here right now.
Run it to me right, Dad.
That's right. You better say it. Have dead and do dirty, baby. So, you know Valentine's happened, right?
Yeah, Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So I'm going to tell you how it went down. I'm going to tell you. First of all, I know y'all didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened.
What happened? What do you mean, Sheryl?
Me and Junior.
What? Oh, it happened.
Yeah.
You mean
That's
mean
why
it
he
happened?
That's why he ain't at work. Let me tell you
It
what
went
happened.
down in the DM?
Yes, sure
The
did.
whole week he
Yes.
recovering?
Yes, he's recovering.
He recovering?
Oh, let me tell you how it went down, Steve Harvey.
Hell.
I knew it was going to be a night of love because I walked in, the lights was off. Maybe the weather, electricity, but the lights was low, right? I walked in, Carla Farrell's, and I knew what was happening because Barry White playing Yo Game Baby was on the cassette player.
Not Barry.
My Lord.
Cassette player?
My Lord,
Sheryl.
my Lord. And Tommy, I could smell the baby oil that Junior had heated up in a fondue pot. It was Shirley and Carla, we slid all over the damn house.
Too much information, Sheryl.
He should have played Slippin' in the Darkness, because that's what we was doing.
A war.
Then the gifts that Junior gave me, Tommy, this is a man I know he in love. First, he gave me a portable metal wig stand. Why? Because as soon as I walked in, he jumped on me so hard, the wig flew off. And there was $35 worth of synthetic hair on the floor.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Not synthetic, Sheryl.
Synthetic. Then he gave me a heating pad, Steve Harvey, because he knew he was about to blow my back out, so I had to get prepared.
Sheryl!
What? I'm so in love, just tearful, right? My cousin Gladys worked at the dispatch over at Amazon, so I knew flowers and candy was coming.
So she had already put the word out.
Oh, hell yeah. It was so many gifts coming that I was hanging off the side of the Amazon delivery van like James Earl Jones And Claudine.
Claudine, baby, yes. Make yours a happy home.
Hey, you better say it. So I would like
Sheryl.
to say happy Valentine Day to my love, Junior. You made my love come down, baby. James Earl Jones.
We got to go,
Claudine.
Cheryl. Coming up at the
in the
top of
rat
the
trap.
hour. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have reality update with Carla right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Tommy, come on. Let's introduce our girl. She's ready. She's back.
Let's
She's
go,
here.
let's go, let's go. She is here. It's Carla Farrell with what? Reality update.
Yeah. Thank you, nephew. Thank you, Shirley Girl Steve. Here we go. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. So the ladies are so over Kenya as being the host of this girls' trip to South Carolina. This is the longest trip ever. But from travel arrangements to the room assignment beef with Marlo, ordering a crab cake sandwich just for her and not the rest of the guests, and not really even wanting to just hang out with the ladies and have fun and play games with their PJs. She just wanted to be with her daughter one night, and that reason was not good enough for Kandi. Because the majority of the women in this particular group, this particular season, they all have babies. They all have young babies, young infant, toddler, little girls. And so they feel like, well, we left our babies to come on this trip that you're hosting, but then you diss us one night to go be, with your baby. So Kandi, she tried to talk to Kenya, and Kenya broke down, and she admitted that she's really having a hard time holding it all together. Shirley, dealing with a divorce from her husband, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Kenya
hurt people. You're right.
Yes. So she admitted to that. So she asked Kandi and the new friend to the show, LaToya, to take over the hosting duties, if you will, of the trip. So during this episode, Portia, during this particular season, you got to see Portia, she, being involved and marching for justice for Breonna Taylor. They showed Portia doing that, so they got to watch the actual news footage of the grand jury verdict.
Oh, wow.
You remember when that happened, how disappointed that we were, no justice. And so you got to see Portia talk about that. She was hurt. She was upset. Portia was arrested. She stood firm and marching with the family. And the ladies just talked about, the lack of justice for Breonna Taylor, being black women in this country. So it was a deep moment. But then later on, the ladies went to dinner, and Drew, the new castmate of the show, she tried to talk to Kenya and tell her about the mood of the trip and how it's negative, and she doesn't understand how y'all just be beefing and 1 minute y'all cool, the next she's trying to figure all that off. Kenya went off again at the dinner, and it's like, what is going on? So next week, get ready. Cynthia's surprise bachelorette party hosted by Kandi. You know what's going to be.
But hold up though. Can I ask you a question?
Come on, Steve.
If it's a surprise, how y'all already know?
Well, there was a promo to promote it for next week,
okay.
and and in the show, Kandi got the ladies some lingerie and different outfits.
Candy.
Cynthia,
I saw some
Cynthia
pictures of Candy online somewhere. That boy right there.
In the bathtub.
Her husband. Boy,
Yes.
You gotta have you gotta get your mind right when you go up in there. Hats off to Todd. Cause he got to be a bad boy. Cause Candy. Woo, Todd is man of the year.
Shout out to Kandi.
Todd, man of the year.
Isn't she? Yes.
Man, she be advertising swings and stuff. I be going, Todd, hang in there, boy. Todd got to be a bad man. Hey, man, Todd is man of the year from Uncle Steve. Go ahead, Todd.
Candy's husband.
Yeah.
And quickly, I'm going to switch gears and talk about The Bachelor. The host, the reality competition dating show, The Bachelor. Yeah. Chris Harrison, he is stepping away from the show for a while. This comes after controversy over his defense of a white contestant. Her name is Rachel Kirkconnell. Photos of her attending an antebellum before the Civil War type plantation sorority party. So he kind of defended those pictures. This happened back in 2018. Well, you got to keep in mind this season on The Bachelor is a brother for the first time, Matt James.
Yeah.
So, step aside, period. Peace, Chris Harrison, trying to defend those pictures. All right, that's Reality Update. You can hit me up at Lips by Carla on the gram. What you got, Shirley?
All right, coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after. Thank you, Carla. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So you guys are familiar with Birkenstock shoes, right? They're not sexy. They're just comfortable. They're, not cute, but people love them. Yeah, they're called Birkenstock. Well, anyway, we all know about well, you heard of this, Steve. They're like sandals. They got big buckles on them. They're just comfortable shoes.
Earth shoes.
Well, for lack of a better, if you can identify with Earth shoes, yeah, maybe you can say they're similar. But I know you know this. We all know about the Hermes Birken bags. Well, a super exclusive new shoe is out, and it's at Birkenstock style sandal. It's made from destroyed Birken bags, okay? The shoes are sold, check out this price, for between $34,000 and $76,000.
Girl, stop.
And they're made by request only, okay? Yes. Kylie Jenner.
Slides.
Yes,
That's what
yes,
they
yes,
are,
yes,
basically.
Your feet are out and just covered by some big straps with some big buckles.
Who buying that though?
Kylie Jenner, one of the Kardashian sisters, she got a pair. Hers cost reportedly $75,000. All right, so they are basic black pebbled leather Birkenstocks with the Hermes logo on the side. So, if you could, just fantasize for a moment, would you buy a pair of these shoes?
Why would you do that when you could get the damn bag?
We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we go. Time for the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building. Let's go. Marcus in Atlantic City says, recently my fiance lost a lot of weight, so she looks great, but she has a flat butt. Her sister had weight loss surgery and got a Brazilian butt lift, so my girl wants one too. Her sister was at our house, and my fiance encouraged me to look at her butt and feel it. I guess I got carried away and squeezed it a little too much. My fiance got mad and accused me of wanting to sleep with her sister. It's just a butt. And she told me to feel on it. But the butt was plushy, soft, but I didn't want her. How can I fix this? I don't want her.
Well, you could stop lying about that, Marcus.
What? You want
Yeah. You wanted it. All that grabbing and stuff. I don't believe you
followed
fell for that.
instructions.
Yeah, you followed the instructions, but it was out. But see, what happened, Marcus, was you probably didn't realize it, but when you did it, you bit your bottom lip. That's what got you in trouble. When you sucked in your bottom lip.
He made a noise? Oh, I would have knocked him
Yeah, he did. This is what he did right here. This is what he did.
He went through all that.
That breathing, that's what cost him. That's all it is, Mark. I can't help you, dog. Shouldn't
Nothing
have
like
did
an ass your woman wants you to grab. Nothing better than that in the
Now, and when is that?
It's not often.
Shantae and Gary, we're moving on. Says, my mother and I have always had the worst relationship, and now that I'm older, I can't stand her. She's been on drugs for most of my life, and the embarrassment, the lies, and stealing from me has me bitter. She's been clean for 6 years, and I've helped her out whenever I can. She got saved, and she's the very best Christian ever. She quotes scripture all day and tells me I'm going to hell every 5 seconds. How can I be there for her and work on our relationship without cursing her out?
Well, you don't have to cuss out, but since she's the best Christian ever, why don't you remind her of a couple of things? There's some scriptures that if she's such a great and wants to quote some scriptures, about not judging. He who is without sin cast the first stone.
Amen.
Forgiveness, understanding.
Right.
How you don't guide people into light by blowing out what little candle they got. So now your mama done got it together. Now everybody else hellbound. Has she forgotten? But see, that's the problem with a lot of people who become Christians. Not all, but some. They get saved, and all of a sudden they forget that they wasn't saved.
That they had a past, yeah.
Right, and other people do. And the only way to win people over and convert people as Christian is to just let your light shine.
They can see the Jesus in you.
Yeah, you ain't got to tell nobody you doing better. They can see it. You've been a junkie your whole damn life.
Coming up, it is our last break of the day. And, of course, Steve Harvey will have some closing remarks at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are. Last break of the day on this Thursday. Praying for everyone that's affected by the winter storm, the heavy snowfall, the ice, the power outages, and water shutoffs. Be safe.
Yes. Why do I feel like Trump is behind this whole weather thing? How come I feel like this his fault, too? I really do. I think he got something to do with that, too.
Well, the governor of Texas, leadership, ineffective leadership is for sure. Sure behind it. That's for sure.
Wasn't there
Gotta
a
vote,
mayor
people.
in a Texas town that said only the strong survive, and he was tweeting out all this stuff?
Who said that?
He resigned. Colorado City.
Yeah, he resigned. Colorado. Yeah, he resigned.
Yeah.
I was like,
Thank
okay,
you.
that's not encouraging, hopeful. These people are without power, and that's what you have to say to them? Only the strong survive? And a
Tim
bunch of other
Boyd
crazy stuff?
is the mayor.
Yeah,
that
Tim
resigned.
Boyd.
That was
horrible.
Horrible, horrific what he said. This is horrible to say that.
I didn't hear what he said.
One of the things he said was only the strong survive.
Doing this mess that we go, doing this whole weather situation.
Brother,
He
this ain't
talked
got
down
nothing to
to
do with your
residents.
strength.
Yeah, he called them lazy, saying they were looking for handouts. What are you talking about? People need power and electricity.
Oh.
Yeah, he said-
those are the words of a man with a generator.
Yeah, he said he's sick
Privilege.
and
Right
tired
there.
of people looking for a handout.
See,
No one owes you or your family anything, nor is it the local government's responsibility to support you during trying times like this. Sink or swim, it's your choice. What?
see, but right there,
He
you
resigned.
know,
Yeah, thank God.
but as he should, but
Yes.
that's, the Republican mantra is every American should pull them up by their bootstraps. But that, when you take it that far, you're going past go. You know what I mean? It's just people, man, who say stuff out loud that's totally inconsiderate. Losing power is nobody's fault. The cold weather is hard to deal with. I don't care if you Hercules. You can be a WWF wrestler, or NBA star. If you get hit with this cold weather that has struck Texas and you are without a power, you are in a situation. Children can't deal with stuff like this. You know,
Let me tell you something else he said,
like
Steve. This
it's
is
already
crazy.
hard being poor.
Yeah. If you don't have
What else?
electricity, you step up and come up with a game plan to keep your family warm and safe. If you have no water, you deal with out and think outside of the box to survive and supply water to your family. If you were sitting at home in the cold because you have no power and are sitting there waiting for someone to come rescue you because you're lazy, it's a direct result of your raising.
It's not lazy.
This
Stupid.
has nothing to
There's
do
nothing
with.
you can do. There's
You're
nothing you
raising.
can.
That's what he said.
It has nothing to do with the class of people who lost their power in electricity,
Right.
water and power. It has nothing to do with that. It's
As a result of
ineffective
a
leadership.
snowstorm.
That's
Yeah.
all it was. Trying to
you can't-
privatize the electricity and make money.
But what
To
you
make
just
money.
said right there, Carla,
Yeah.
what you just said, ineffective leadership, him in a leadership role saying stuff like this. See, this is an example of what happened when people get in power who have never served people before,
Yes, sir.
who has
Then you better
no
talk.
clue what it's like to serve people, to have a heart for what other people are going through. And the only way to have a heart for what other people are going through is involve yourself with people who often go through stuff. That gives you the empathy that's necessary to become a great leader. That's what's the whole problem with Trump. He's never had a rough day in his life. His roughest day was filing bankruptcy. Do you know what that means? You had something to file for. Right. Poor people can't file bankruptcy. They have nothing to file for. Mm-hmm. And so you in a leadership capacity where you are in a governing position of people
all people
who need help sometimes. And it's not that people are lazy and wouldn't pull themselves up by their bootstraps. No. The problem is if your boots ain't got no straps, you have a problem with getting grip. And then your other problem is when you ain't got the boots.
And if my boots are in 4 feet of snow, there is nothing I can do. I'm sorry.
You know what
but
it is,
it's people
too,
like
though?
That. Go ahead.
You know what it is too, Steve? When we talked about before when we was dealing with COVID and we was just talking about leadership and leaders being honest with people. And every time leaders are not honest, the truth comes out later in disasters and things like that. So for the whole thing in Texas, what has happened is the leadership was not honest with the residents of the state of Texas. They did not prepare these power plants for this type of storm because it doesn't happen in Texas that often. So when it doesn't happen, you kind of make these residents think, well, we're good or everything is going on. Then when everything shuts down, everybody's like, well, what's going on? We've had snowstorms.
The governor's under fire. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've had snowstorms in the state of Texas before. El Paso, 2011. Same thing. So you didn't learn from your mistakes because you didn't care. You didn't care. They only care about making money. That's it.
That's right. They don't care about helping people. That's part of their mantra is not to help. That's why that's why Biden right now is struggling to get this big stimulus package passed because he can't get the Republicans to go along with it because they think it's too much money.
Too much.
But it's too much. But the leadership doesn't want to spend that much money, but the people need it. A part of this package is to help small businesses.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got a mess on his hands. He really, really does. All right, Steve, we got to get out of here.
See you tomorrow.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.